Hello again, I am on page 37. I want to show you something that actually my book missed it. Actually, I used boards to write it on everything on the board, but I have to write things on my book for you to see. So I have actually written something like number 29. I have drawn a mark on 29 for you to see what happens to 29A but not 29B. As you can easily see here in 29A, there is one movement, a short movement from the end of the sentence. So the manager moves from that position to before the verb fire. Okay, it was after fire, now it is before it. Now in 29, the sentence doesn't look good. Why? Because there's a line movement. Well, there's a movement after the verb fire to the beginning of the sentence. Line movement. Okay? We say it is a line movement, and we don't like line movements. Okay? Now, so examples from page 37, page 21, 22, 3 up to 29 say that whenever there is movement, the movement must be local, short, okay? Local, okay? Line movements are not good, so it must be somewhere in the location that they have actually been. Well, in addition to movements in examples with the manager, with examples like, let's say, who, there are other kinds of locality available, like exist number 30 and 31. Well, in number 30, we say Peter met John and gave him the message. Okay? We have pronouns here. And again in 31, George talks to himself on page 38. Okay? Well, we are going to say there are other kind of things that must be, in fact, local. Well, one point in 31 is that reflexive pronouns, unlike normal regular pronouns, must be local. Let us see. Well, look. In 31, I can easily say George talks to himself, and the sentence looks good. In B, I cannot say George talks to herself. Why? Because herself cannot find a woman, a female person in the sentence. So the sentence doesn't look good. Only and only because there is something like locality. Well, locality says here that herself in the sentence needs a local referent. There is no local referent here. There is no local referent here. But in 31a, there is a referent there. Why? Because himself finds George in the sentence. That the sentence is good. Okay? Now, if I want to change the sentence 31b to a good sentence, I have to change George to Mary. So if I say Mary talks to herself, it is good. What does it mean in terms of locality? It means that herself now finds a referent, Mary, in the sentence. Well, let us go to C. Well, what is like the sentence C? The sentence C says something like George talks to her. George talks to her. Well, the sentence is good. Why? Because here we do not have reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns must be very close. We actually have to be very close to their subjects, to their reference, okay? But here we have her, him, her. They are not reflexive pronouns. They are pronouns, not reflexive pronouns. For regular pronouns, for normal pronouns, this is not the rule. So, regular pronouns actually take the reference from somewhere else, not so close to the sentence. So, her does not refer to George and the sentence looks good. Okay? Again and again, we want to say there is locality. Like movement examples at the beginning of this today, okay, on page 37 and 38, we can have something like, in fact, reflexive pronouns again need locality. Okay? Well, let us go to 32 to see whether the sentence looks good and there is short movement or long movement. Short reference or long reference. Of course, there is no reference here. There is no locality or there is no movement on 32, okay? Because we have pronouns. Let us see. The regent thinks that George talks to himself. Look at the sentence 32 once more. The regent thinks George talks to himself. Well, look at the word himself. Himself must find a local, the nearest referent. So George is a good referent for it. But what about the regent at the beginning of the sentence? The regent is lying away from it, locating at distance, not local. Okay? So, himself picks George as the referent, but not the regent at the beginning of the sentence, only and only because there is no locality again. When we want to go to so long a distance to the beginning of the sentence. Okay? Well, so far we gave examples of locality from English. So far we gave examples of locality from English. What about other languages? What about other languages? We can have locality in all languages. On page 39, there's one example from German. We don't want to study because most of you don't know German and you are not a linguist. Well, actually, linguists must, in fact, study examples from all other languages. So, example like 33 is an example from German, and there's locality in German. We don't want to go to this example of German, okay? Well, it is similar to the question formation in English, but if you want to actually read it, it is easy for you to read. You can read it for yourself, but I don't want to, in fact, work it in the class. If you go to 34, again the same story from another language. 34 is an example from French, because most of you don't know French, and most of you and all of you are not linguists, so we keep this example for linguists and for those who know French. So 34, again, there's another example showing that in French, again, we have locality. Page 40. Again, there are two examples 35 and 36. These examples, I suppose, are taken from Hungarian. Yes. We want to say in Hungarian, again, there are localities. There is locality. We don't want to study the Hungarian example because all of us don't know Hungarian, and not only I know. Actually, I am a linguist, which means that I can easily find the relations in this language because I know the grammar of all languages. I know actually how grammar works in different languages. So Hungarian example is a good example for me, but maybe it's strange for you to follow. But again, on 37, we go to another French example, but luckily we go to 37. 38, I mean. For 38, on page 40, there's one good point of this book for you. Example from Arabic. Example from Arabic. Well, let us go and read this example. We want to say again in Arabic, we have locality. Let us see. Well, 37 says, قال أحمد. Ahmed, of course, in this variety. أن زيد قتل نفسه. قال أحمد أن زيد قتل نفسه. Well, for those people around the world who don't know English, the second line is the translation for those people. You know it. You don't know the translation. It means something like said Ahmed that Zaid killed himself. Okay, again we have two guys here. Ahmed and Zaid. Who killed himself, Ahmed or Zaid? Well, the point is that locality wins here. What does it mean? It means that Zaid killed himself. Why? Because Zaid is closer to himself. Okay, this is a good example from Arabic. I'm just repeating it once more. Well, there are two nouns, Ahmed and Zaid, that are reference to himself. But which one wins the reference part? Well, we say himself is close to Zaid. Okay, but not close to Ahmed. Ahmed is far at distance. So Zaid, it was Zaid who killed himself, okay, but not Ahmed. Okay, thank you very much. If you actually go to page 41, you actually see there are good examples, and on the box you can find the definitions of principles and locality. Thank you very much. I'm gonna in fact continue with the parameter in my next presentation. Thank you very much.